Yo,
I'm live, brother. And we're live.
We're live on that screen.
We're live. Hey, could you press the power on the
Yeah, it's not right here.
projector?
It's two spots.
All right, shalom, shalom. Give us a second. We're just making sure we get everything set up. The water for those who are waiting for a minute. I saw a couple of people waiting. So shalom.
Just be mindful for anybody recording.
Yeah, hey, you go over here and sit down over there by y'all.
Yeah, okay.
Go sit over there by y'all.
All right.
You ready?
All right, well, shalom, shalom. Salakia, we are the brothers of the Great Millstone, the branch here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles, double honors to the elder bishops, and salutations to all our fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, the 144,000, and the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth among the heathen nations that look like those heathen nations. This is not a black thing. And to the few Aquas that are listening and learning, we're just going to jump right into this thing. Can I get a 2 Ezra 9?
9 and 1, where it says
9 and 1, like through 5, the earth, the Lord is visiting the earth which he made. Baruch Hashem.
Khan, this is 2 Esdras 9 verse 1. It says, and he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and while thou seest part of the sign pass, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Hey. So it goes into that that age, right? He says that he's gonna what? He says this is where the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, which is this age, is gonna come to a conclusion, like it says in 2 Esdras, I believe, is it 6 and 50? All right, it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Yeah, and all those things are happening now. Matter of fact, that Hurricane Helen supposedly, I saw an article that said it made rivers out of roads, and it washed away houses and things. And so far, 62 lives. Well, as of this morning, 62 people had lost their lives already in the county. Right? So who knows how many more? And then the Lord is really visiting the world that he made.
I believe it was Friday. They were saying that anybody that didn't evacuate, they were telling them to basically have identification, because not only were they not going to immediately come find them, but more than likely, if they found them, they'd be dead. So they basically said, like, hey, have some sort of form of ID on your body, on your.
You know who you are.
Because not only were they not going to come, but they're like, hey, it's going to be a while. Even if we do get to you,
I remember when we got caught in that freak storm in the Rockies. You know, back in what was it, 2017, 16? Yeah, man. We were out there. You know, the Colorado Springs camp was getting off the ground. The Denver camp, basically, that became the Denver camp. And I remember talking to the 911 operator, and the lady told me, "Nobody is coming for you." I said, "You gotta get together with the people around you, and y'all gotta figure it out, band together, and survive. Because nobody is coming for you." You know? And we're right back in that situation again, because there's nobody coming for us. So all we have is how about Shem Shai. And I've been reading the Maccabees a lot lately, man. And God damn, it's crazy the shit that they went through, and we're right at that again. This rebellion. Speaking the truth is rebellion against Esau. All right, and you got a nation that's that its whole security is based on fraudulent history and lies, and the manipulation of law. They set a law for the land that they never follow, that they don't follow at all. And the citizens of the land don't even realize how badly they're being fucked over by the powers that be. But they're getting ready to figure it out real soon. But I want to play the clip of this video. It says, UN erupts as World War III threatens issue. So here we go. This is basically the UN walked out on Bibi Milkowski, also known as Netanyahu. They walked out on him when he began to speak in the spirit of Chavez, You know, the former president of Venezuela, right? When he said the smell of sulfur is still in the air after he finished speaking. But here it is.
It's a pretty incredible video footage I'm going to be sharing with you coming out today, September the 27th, 2024, as what you are witnessing right now is a walkout in the United Nations Assembly that took place today while Benjamin Netanyahu took the stage to address the 79th session of the UN General Assembly. Now, following this, there are World War III threats everywhere. Let me go ahead and share with you the latest headlines so you can see it for yourself. Take a look at this, you guys. No place in Iran that Israel cannot reach. Netanyahu's big warning of the UN. I have a message for the tyrants of Tehran. If you strike us, we will strike you. Netanyahu told the UN General Assembly. This again today, September the 27th, 2024. We are seeing these major warnings coming out from the stage of the United Nations. And take a look at this. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu slams UN General Assembly as a swamp of anti-Semitic bile in a fiery speech before dozens of diplomats begin to walk out. And you can see there are those that are applauding him. There are also those that walked out. Like I said, I'm going to share with you the video footage and the speech so you can see it for yourself. But this comes also, let's take a look at this, Iran's grim World War III warning to punish Israel despite, quote, temporary Hezbollah ceasefire. We're hearing both sides are saying it's ramping up. They are ready for World War III. Israel saying this across the United Nations.
So yeah, it's not looking good for Babylon. And never have you ever seen people diss Israel like you're seeing it now. The whole world is coming against them, and they truly are the least of the flock, and they're drawing America into this third world war. And literally, it's about to be America and Israel versus the whole world, because the majority of the other UN nations are siding with the BRICS countries. So remember, it was 159 states that of the 195 UN nations, 159 of them have sided with BRICS. All right, and you best believe of that 30 something that's left, I think it was 30, 36, 39. Of that 30 something that's left, they're going to eventually side with BRICS also.
Oh, I got a quick one. This Lamentations 4:21. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked." And like you're saying, being made bare. The Lord is exposing this man for the devil he is, and everybody is going to see this man, see what type of wicked person he really is. Verse 22. "The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity," and that's the biggest threat to Israelites, really.
Then that lady said, whoever that woman was on the Israeli Defense Council, said the biggest threat to Israel is young Black Americans. All right. Why would she say that? What the hell does young Black Americans, as they were supposedly being bombed by Hamas and Hezbollah? Right. And she's saying that you're not at war with young Black Americans. No, but there is a spiritual war. And the truth of the matter is because she knows that these so-called young Black Americans know that they're the Israelites. You even got thug cats on the streets talking about Israel. You got folks in Stones talking about Israel now. All right, so now it's a wrap. And not to mention the Northern Kingdom, this is not a Black thing. See, they're always trying to control the narrative and push the narrative. Like the matter of fact, the very word Jewish is a hijack. They use the word Jewish and hijack the Israelites. And so when they speak about ancient things in ancient Israel, they throw Jewish in there when they should be saying Israel or Israelites.
And so our captivity is about to be up, and that's why they mad and hating, because they know they about to go into slavery and have to serve us. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And this man's sins have been discovered to the whole world now. So now everybody's seeing that this is the devil. And everybody on his ass now. Everybody want to get on this red man's ass now. Because his sins is being shown. Yeah. Now they know this is the devil. They know who he is. He's trying to change the narrative. Now he want to try to put that MOTB into place now. because he know that time is running out. He ain't got a lot of time. It's
Yeah.
over with.
Danny Heffron was interviewing. It wasn't Scott Ritter. Who was he interviewing? Maybe it was Scott Ritter. He interviewed Scott Ritter a lot. But nevertheless, whoever his guest was breaking down the fact that how China has done something against them that no one else has done after being damn near destroyed with opium. The American attacked China with opium and basically destroyed them, and they came back, and now they have surpassed America. And you have to look at it. Babylon cannot handle another war, especially if things go sideways in Taiwan. So you're gonna have a war in Taiwan, a war in Western Asia, which is where the Valley of Jehoshaphat is. You got a war in Ukraine.
The Koreans go square off.
All right, and North and South Korea about to get together and go against Esau.
Okay.
They on the verge of uniting, and it's already happened. Yeah. North Korea and South Korea are already. Yeah.
Did you finish that one up? You done?
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Con, this is the precept the elder mentioned. This is Jeremiah 50 and 45. It says, therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he had taken against Babylon and his purposes, that he had purpose against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
And the Chaldeans are the wise men of Babylon. So today the Chaldeans would be, your bankers or your small hats. That's one of the things,
Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make the habitation desolate with them.
Yeah. So all like Saint Benji said, man, all these bankers. You have something you were gonna say, brother?
No, I was talking for the camera.
Yeah. So all the banks and all these NGO organizations that lobby. And all those all these NGOs and these people that lobby, for different laws and things in behalf of the nation of Israel and not for the behalf of the American citizens.
Yeah.
And a lot of American citizens are finally starting to see this and recognize it and complain about it. You have a certain demographic of American citizens who've been claiming about it all the time, but then they get called racist and anti-Semitic, every time they talk about it. So you have to understand, man, the truth doesn't need laws in place to prevent you from speaking about it. The truth speaks for itself. If something is the truth, to speak against it, you look foolish because the evidence will show you. All right, you don't have to put a law. You understand what I'm trying to say? If I gotta create a law to prevent you from talking about something because I'm making a claim, I'm making a claim where the facts don't add up, where the math doesn't add up.
Right.
And then you're coming with facts and receipts that basically blow my lies, my narrative out the water. So I make laws to silence you or make you seem like you're a bad guy, you're a bad person. All right,
Bring us back what you just said.
Bring it out, brother.
This Jeremiah 23:29. It's not my word like as fire, said the Lord, and like a hammer that breaks the rock in pieces. All right, so the truth don't need a law to say because you're speaking against it. Oh no, we're gonna arrest you for it. No, hell no. The truth is gonna cut you. I should give them a mouth of wisdom that they should either resist or gainsay. At some point, really everybody really knows what we're saying is true, man. At some point, they come to realization these Israelite guys are right. They end up speaking the same thing we've been telling you, and they shut us down for medical misinformation so much. But fast forward to 2024. They admitted to the things we've been there saying.
Pretty much. What you're not, and I'm saying they need to apologize and restore a lot of videos and remove strikes from channels. That's for sure. Did you read just 23 or did you read 30 and 31 as well?
Me?
Yeah.
I read 23, 29.
Okay, kind. All right. All right. But yeah, man, these people are they're right. The very things we were saying has turned around and proved itself to be true. And now you got a lot of doctors now who were silent before or weren't being heard and now speaking up about the damages and the things that were done. like this one right here. This and this has 2.1 million views. And this is an Indian doctor from India. All right. Well, he's an Indian and has a Jamaican accent, you know. So he's probably one of them Elamites that live in India. But here we go.
You guys want to know what's going to be the most expensive thing on the face of the earth, even worth more than gold or even Bitcoin? If you guessed it, it's unvaccinated blood. Yep, you will be right. Unvaccinated blood. To all the people who hold back from taking those COVID-19 vaccines, your blood soon will be the most expensive thing on the face of this earth. I can post the videos here that I wanted to post concerning this. In regards to this, my account is in red zone, it's on account warning. But mark my word when I tell you this, that all-cause diseases, all-cause mortality is up since the inception of these vaccines. If you look at the data and the research, birth rates are down. People have become sterilized. They cannot produce children anymore. So the plan of Bill Gates, the WEF, and the globalists, they have done something to us that is unforgivable. And it seems like the entire world forgot about the last 3 years where you all were coerced into taking an experimental drug. Now the outcome is diseases are on the rise, especially cancer, blood clots, and heart attacks. So what they did, they tried to make you look in a different direction, so you can forget all about what they did, the mass genocide that they implemented worldwide. They used the war with Ukraine and Russia to deter you away.
Yep.
Now using
that was actually enough, because as soon as the arguments and when all of a sudden doctors started getting the balls to speak up, and all the arguments about the what do they call it, with the deaths, they would call them no, not that, but yeah, that too. But no, there's a word that they use, a wording that they use for miscellaneous deaths, because you know how many people die from cancer, from tuberculosis, from heart attacks, etc., every year, and all of a sudden you had thousands upon thousands upon thousands of miscellaneous deaths that all had similar effects, and all across all age groups. All these blood clots, all these professional athletes dropping. All right, and this was done by what? Your government. The very people who are supposed to be protecting you. All right, and guess what? The very people that did this, America's just been turned over into their hands. All right, the sovereignty of America is gone. So if you think you got rights, all right, no, it hasn't, because on the 22nd, while everyone was watching P. Diddy, and talking about P. Diddy did it. All right, where everybody was watching and paying attention to the baby oil and the GHB or whatever the hell that is. They passed this thing in a roundabout way, which circumvented the process of the law in the first place. And since there was no one there to go against it, all right, it got passed and it's going. The same way they did Title 4D back in 1993. No one was there to go against it, and they passed this thing. And Title 4D, which is child support, was completely and totally illegal. And the reason that it was completely and totally illegal, because it's the way that they enforce it. It violates the civil rights. It violates one's civil rights, and it violates constitutional law. All right, it completely and totally violates it. And they were forcing it anyway under the color of law. Color of law means something that seems like it's law, but it's not. And they make a lot of money using the color of law. And that's just in Title 4G is just one thing. They do it with insurance and driver's license and all that stuff. All right. But we're talking about, people who have pushed the law aside to fill their pockets. They did it for ungodly gain, ill-gotten gain. Somebody can get that.
I got a proof of this. Isaiah 10:1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed." Like you were saying, they pushed all these unrighteous laws that they created It's not of the Lord anyway. First and foremost, they pushing things outside of what they want, their own agenda, which is destroying the true laws. What it says in Isaiah 24, they changed the time. Hold on, let me get that. Isaiah 24:5. It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. So they changed everything on purpose, like they always do, because they don't want to go off these two laws, because they know it's not going to go with their agenda, which is wicked. They want to be evil.
As a matter of fact, let me land back off you. This is Ecclesiastes, or the book of Sirach 10:8. It's speaking on blood clots and and heart attacks and myocarditis. All right, it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. All right, it's very deceitful to scare people or lie, coerce people to take an experimental anything. All right, and just so that they can keep their house, their car, pay their child support. All right, they're so afraid that they're going to lose everything, and they take it anyway. And then all of a sudden, and most of the people I know personally that took the Band-Aid, most of them they're not the same. Especially all the majority of people who, the practitioners who did a lot of jiu-jitsu people was like no, but then you had those who did it, and now they're not the same. A lot of them, they're not competing anymore. They didn't train. They're all fucked up.
Or like that bodybuilder who took it, he was young.
Yeah.
And he ended up dying after he took the
he took the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
All right. But it says, because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So that's been the MO of Esau Edom his entire existence. All right. He gets everything either by the force of the sword or the force of the pen. And sometimes the pen is mightier than the sword.
I got you.
Bring it out, brother.
This is Michael 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their bed. For the morning is like the punishment, because it is in the power of their hand. So, like you said, whether or not it's by force or by the pen, if it doesn't line up with what Yahweh Shah has put in place, they can't do a land. They can't even respect the land Sabbath. So what they do, they got to do modified foods and whatnot that don't have nutrients that goes in and actually can shift your DNA and everything else, because of the fact that it doesn't have the nutrients that was designed per the power himself.
Well, plus the chemicals that they use to keep the bugs away,
right?
Because they're not obeying the land Sabbath. But the Lord sends the bugs to eat it. All right. And then they put these chemicals, and the chemicals is messing up the food you eat. Then you're ingesting those chemicals, right. Or it's messing up the soil. What's happening is the soil is so screwed up, especially from the constant bombardment of the chemtrails, right? Which they trying to deny, but everyone can see it. That vegetation doesn't look the same. The trees are all thinned out across America and across Western countries, in general, because of this stuff. I was watching some European-made movies. I was looking at the trees in the background, and the trees looked the same, and saw the chemtrails in the movie, and noticed that the trees in the forest were all jacked up the same way they are here in America.
Right.
I'm like, damn, they got the same, So this is a Western thing. When they say they talking about the West, America's called the West. The portion of Europe that they call Asia is called the West. Why? Because they're the same people. That's what it's talking about.
Yeah.
It's interchangeable. They're one and the same.
Yeah, when they talk about the West, it's opposite of our land. When you go from our land, that's West. So Europe, UK, Ireland, Britain, all that, that's the West. That's the Western mindset. It just, America just made it worse.
Exactly.
The mother harlots. But that Western mindset has been, when you read in the scriptures, it talks about the wise men of the East. It says King Solomon was wiser than the wise men of the East. So that was really a thing already. Wisdom is in the East. Then you fast forward, now look, they got a whole Western mindset.
Yeah.
They call it Western medicine.
Even during the, around the time of the fall of Rome, or the Middle Ages, or in the Dark Ages, the learned people, the educators of all the nations were going to Timbuktu. And who was the primary scholars and teachers in Timbuktu at their universities was Israelites. All right, you know, and it's funny, you know, you would hear that word, and I would hear that word when I was a kid, and just thought, you know, it was just some imaginary place, but Timbuktu was a real place, right? Where the Israelites, you know, were the heads and the leaders, as far as knowledge is concerned, of the whole world. The whole world was going there to learn. You know, that's just with the Arab nations, the African nations, you know, whatever Edomites, everyone was coming from the further east. You know, Ammon and Moab, they were all descended upon Timbuktu to come learn. It was like, yeah, it was exactly, brother. It was the Oxford, the Yale, the Harvard of its time.
Exactly.
All right. Facts.
Well, I got this Habakkuk 2, going back to the original point, Habakkuk 2, and you know, that's the spirit, low key. Start at 5. Yeah, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man. That wine is his doctrine.
Right.
Going back to that Western mindset. All right, and it's the chief piece of his doctrine right now is democracy. All right, demon rulership.
That's what it breaks down to.
Yep. And then what comes with what follows that? Debt-based money, man. Everybody's on a fucking fiat system, man.
Promiscuous women and debauchery.
Yeah, that as well. Sodomy as well, yeah. Yep. Neither keepeth their home, who enlarge desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. And that's what the UN and this whole who is, man. This Esau making his stake to the whole earth. All right? Which that was his blessing. But the thing about it is the Lord said when he's about to eat, he's going to rain down on him. Right. He's not going to complete his mission to get total control. He had enough. He done went from east to west, north to south. He can't have 100%. Yeah. 99, 98, whatever is good enough for him.
And with this future, this future pact that they just passed that supersedes the law of the land, you Americans, you're no longer sovereign. All right? Yep. You have no more sovereignty. So they're getting ready to start doing all kind of crazy shit, man. And now they're talking about, you know, this mass deaths that are about to come and you know, for Congress or whatever, and they can just put a whole bunch of new people in there. Anything can happen from this day forward, man. From this day forward, anything can happen, and it's going to put, you know, you remember when Barack Obama signed that NDAA Act back in the day, and then Trump came in and knocked it down. Well, the Democrats just gave, you know, the Democrats just gave the power of America over to, you know, over to the WHO and the WEF and whatever UN nations that back them. All right, that's what's going to. So you have that weirdo, you know, clause, whatever that freak looking dude, you know, yeah.
Neither keepeth their home, who enlarge their desire as hell, and is his death that cannot be satisfied. But gathered unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Which is not going to work. You know, that's the 10 toes. It talks about the Esau would try to mingle with the son of men, but it shall not work. All right? It's not going to work out, man. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and the times of proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that laid into himself a thick clay. End of the day, and that thick clay goes to heavy death. End of the day, at some point, the heathen is going to realize they're getting screwed over. Because the UN, really, you got these other heathen nations that's there, but it's all about really the Edomite nation. Those
exactly.
I think they call permanent members. All right, those permanent nations, man. That's who it is, man. And that's Esau. That's who really run this thing. And they're going to have you get chipped. They're going to chip you, you filthy Africans. They're going to chip you, you slanty-eyed fucking Chinese motherfuckers. They're going to chip you, you hairy-ass camel riding Arabs, man. All right, they're gonna chip you, goop scoop, you know, Super Ray, man. You want to get that goop scoop, all right? That's the plan, man. Esau wants to get control over you, but shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? and thou shalt be for booties unto them. You will be spoiled, man. See, these heathens so dumb, they walking out on not a human, not a Jew when he's speaking, but who you think run IMF? When China devalued the yuan to strengthen their economy, who told them to do it? The IMF. That's still the small headers. All right? So at some point they're gonna be like, we still getting fucked.
Yep, they're gonna figure it out. Matter of fact, Revelations, you got more? Go ahead,
Just
bro.
one more verse. A couple more verses.
Go ahead, bro.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land of the city, and of all that dwell therein. And this is mainly America, but don't forget Ezekiel 38. America and Israel will be attacked. And ultimately, you heathens are going to gather up in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, which is over in the how do you call it? So I always say so-called Middle East. I can't remember. How do you call
It's
it?
Western Asia.
Western Asia. Yep, there you go.
It's Western Asia.
There you go.
You know, that's just what it is. Like if you look up the ASA1 map of Asia,
Yeah.
Turkey, Israel is all a part of it. It's always been a part of Asia. There's no separation. Look, Asia connects to Africa.
Well, when you read,
There's no middle fucking east. That's a direction, like I said. It's not a place. It's a fucking direction, man. All right. Asia attaches. Asian attaches to Africa. All right. And whether you go far east toward China, or you go west, and you go northwest toward Greece, it's all Asia.
yeah.
All right, and when I'm reading it, I've been reading the Apocrypha. I've been reading Maccabees a lot lately, just back and forth, and reading a lot through it. And they'll mention Greece. They'll mention all the different cities east of Jerusalem, east of Israel, and they'll talk. They'll Spain, all these different places, Rome, but they never once said Europe. All right, you do a word search on Europe, it's not in the Bible. Because Europe is an afterthought. It's a name that they came up with to create the false racial narratives that they created during the time of Johann Blumenbach. It's as simple as that.
Nah, even when you read in like the New Testament, or it says Asia, it's really talking about basically Western Asia.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's talking about. Western Asia. All right? And the people that are from there, if you go and you sit down and you have a conversation with someone from Bangladesh, someone from India, they would tell you that when they were in school, they learned Western Asia. They never even heard the term Middle East until they come over here. They come over here and they start talking about the Middle East. They're like, what the fuck is that?
Right, it doesn't make any sense.
Right, it's Western Asia, because you can on foot, get on a camel, get on a donkey, get on a bike, get in a car, and drive from India to Israel.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same landmass. Or you could go further east and drive all the way to China. It's all Asia, right?
And Esau tells you that when they break down the whole definitions of the continent, what makes a continent and so forth.
And then they tried to say Eurasia to cover their lie. They say Eurasia. Make room, let that brother have
Stop.
I was just saying, like when bodybuilders from Saudi Arabia or like Lebanon or even Bangladesh, when they enter bodybuilding contests, they under the Asian group of bodybuilders.
There it is.
We say Europe, Africa, they under Asia.
There it is. This is a revelation. You got more, brother? Go ahead.
Let's go on. Come back in 2:8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land of the city and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveted an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall crowd the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer. Woe to him that buildeth the town with blood and established the city by iniquity. So America is THRU, man.
THRU city.
All right, the land of Israel is THRU. These two, and now the whole war is war. That's how you conquer a land. All right, but America and the land of Israel has been the bloodiest occupations in history, man.
That's right.
All
No
right.
doubt.
THRUville.
No doubt. All right. And then most of the campaigns that America was doing, creating all this blood through their colonization, at the head of it was always the small hat.
That's it.
All right. This is Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, the time of the dead, that they should be judged. All right. So Kawadi Hawabashim Shah, they're about to implement their next plans. The next thing that happens, all right, the WDEF, the WHO, and then those UN troops that all came over here masquerading as migrants are going to get operated. They're going to get activated. All right, they're going to get suited and booted and get activated. All right, because you heard the video in the beginning. The talks of World War III. World War III is here, man. The end is here. Everything's in place. All right, and the nations and the nations are angry. All right, and it says, "In the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy service, the prophets." So the prophets, all right, and the saints, who are the Israelites, all right, who've been suffering this whole time and sounding the alarm, blowing the horn, singing the song, all right, that so many of our people, 2/3 of our people, don't want to listen to or scoff at. All right, you know, they're gonna feel real bad really soon. It says, "And to the saints and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth."
Did you all read Revelation 17?
Not yet.
Not yet, nope.
This is Revelation 17:15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitude and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. For God hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of God shall be fulfilled. So these nations, they low key hate, not low key, high key, they hate America, man. Right? And even like Obadiah said, they lay wounds under thee. All right. So right now that every enterprise that Esau Edom is entering on the Russian side and on the American side, and all their allies, is all going to come to naught.
Yeah, the nations really do hate them, man, because over the last 4 or 5 years, in Uber rides and cab rides, and they don't want to mess up their fare and lose their money, so they're real reserved on how they speak to you. But when I'm talking to foreigners, once they realize that I'm not rah-rah American, and that I'm against it, they relax and they open up and they let loose and they start talking, man.
Yes.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, so many times, all right, and in some cases, even the Edomites is of late.
Absolutely.
They
should complain.
They're angry at their leaders and the stupid government, fucking Republicans and the Democrats. I don't believe in any of them anymore. They're all angry, man. All right, go ahead, brother.
Quick with this on Nahum 3:1. It says, "Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery, and no part of life." Like you just said, everybody is tired of them because all the fucking lies and the bloodshed and the bullshit they did, and mostly the bloodshed on the children of Israel.
Yeah,
and then the robbery.
And you know what? Then that's the kicker. Deuteronomy 30:7. Somebody get it real quick. This Newsbreak app go nonstop, and I got a whole I probably got about 100 notices that I saved, and you just start reading the titles of them. And the heathen are catching hell, man. Women are catching. There's a lot of women dying, a lot of children dying, a lot of heathen dying. Judgment is going forth across Babylon nonstop. The heathen are catching hell now, man. So it's not just Jake anymore.
I got that for you.
Bring it out, Baba Shop.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. It says, "And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and all them that hate thee, which persecuted thee."
Mm-hmm. And they straight catching hell. These heathen nations are, man. All right, and it's beautiful, and a lot of women are getting judgments, man.
That's right.
But from they getting judgment, car accidents, rapes, murders, exes, all kind.
eaten by animals, swallowed by snakes, crocodiles, all kind of shit is happening.
A pack of
Children, a pack. Who gets killed by a pack of otters?
That's
That's some crazy shit.
Oh, the otters attacking
The
the bitch.
Lord straight punished, man.
Hey, it's fucked up. I just
Well,
found out.
otters are violent,
They
man.
part of the Wolverine family. I had no idea.
Yeah, they're very violent and they're strong. Because I've watched them drown alligators before. They attack. I've watched a pack of otters. The alligator, grab one of them, and then they moved on.
Damn, nature, you scary.
They drown one of them caimans. One of them caiman, they're smaller alligator, but they drown the caiman and killed it, man.
Hey, Kazak Banya, how would you put Obadiah 1 and 6? How are the things that Esau searched out? How are the hidden things sought up? All the men of that confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. All right. So Esau he's really through. Even in his councils of councils, there's matter of fact, Kodar, who has worked for the White Sox, he said he deals with Jerry Reinsdorf himself, and he said the password for his Bam Bam is I hate Joe Biden. All right, and here go Esau against Esau.
Wow. Damn. His password is I hate. Damn. Let's go, Brandon.
You could have been a little more general in Vegas, but brother, you could say somebody password.
I didn't get the whole thing. There's more to it.
Okay, no.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
brother, name, his job, everything. God
Okay,
damn.
the Hebrew name.
I got a scripture.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Job 20. I'm gonna start at 21. There shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So when you see Esau moving his, you see him moving his plan, you see him going to their next step with the Constitution. All right. When he think he's saying, I've done it. Hey, look, it's over with. So the faster that they get to the end is the faster our salvation comes. So that's why we're happy to see the end of this kingdom. We happy to see Netanyahu making all these damn threats to these other. We happy
getting
to see
clowned
it,
and embarrassed.
All
right. As a matter of fact, can I read some of these headlines? I'm looking at them. All right, and I'm gonna start with this Kentucky sheriff who got judged. I mean, this judge who got judged by the sheriff. The sheriff unalived his ass. But it turns out that with this crooked, unethical judge, this judge, I mean, this sheriff is being looked at as a hero by many. Yeah. Because this judge SA'd his underage daughter, and she was pregnant. All right. Damn. All right. She had this judge SA'd.
Say, hold on.
His underage daughter, and he went to his chambers and judged her 7 times. Damn. All right, completion. Right. And I saw this story, man. I'm like, damn, is this the beginning of the insurrection? Because people keep saying, "Are you constitutional judges?" I mean, sheriffs need to rise up against, to stand up for the law, for the Constitution. But it's too late. It's too late because the Constitution has been pushed aside by the Democrats, which most of you dumbass niggas out there are going to vote for. All right, but let me read a few more of these headlines. DOJ launched a civil rights probe into Mississippi sheriffs whose deputies tortured 2 black men in a goon squad case. I remember that one. Man threatened woman with the gun as he raped her. So he was basically had the gun to her head while he was giving it to her, telling her to shut up. Pretty much take that. He did her ass. All right, then this line, the Chicago gangs, and we already, and then that agent that's been going on all the news broadcasts,
talking about the Venezuelans are going to war with the GDs, and I have 3 witnesses, old school GDs, who none of them know him. Nobody know this guy, so that's a fraud. That's a false story. This with him, Chicago mom shot in the head 4 times by own son in front of horrified family as she walked in the house. All her blonde weave turned red. All right. Yeah, he shot her in the head.
Strawberry blind.
She's strawberry blind. Yeah, but he shot. It said her mom was shot in the head 4 times and killed by her own son in front of her husband and younger son. All right, this shit is getting crazy, man. I told you a lot of women are getting catching judgment. And massacre at 100. What's this one? Click on it. Oh, I was talking about the Tulsa race massacre. Something about it. Yeah, woman just dropped off by Uber driver, brutally beaten in random attack. So yeah, and this chick was kind of decent looking too, but she ain't now because he lumped her ass up. It said woman dropped off by Uber, brutally beaten in random attack. A Michigan woman said she was randomly attacked by a man on a bicycle. Somebody get spirits created. After her Uber driver dropped her off at a location in Detroit. Morgan Catton, 27, wrote the description of the GoFundMe page. She was leaving downtown Detroit to meet at a friend's house. She was going to get boned. And took an Uber to a friend's residence at 10 p.m. Friday, September 13th. She got beat up on a Friday the 13th. Jason got her ass. All right, it says, walking down the sidewalk, I noticed a man on a bicycle on the same side of the sidewalk as me, and before he was about to pass me, he gets off his bike, grabbed me by the neck, throws me to the ground, and repeatedly punched me in the face. Not a word was spoken, shared Catton wrote. So basically, he just grabbed her, threw on the floor, just pounded her. And hold on, let's show her face. Damn, lumped her shit up, man.
Tommy Hitman Hearns got it.
She caught the flops.
And the right. Those both.
That's her.
Flops.
Yeah, that's her. Wow. She was an Edomite.
Equal rights and lefts.
She caught the equal rights and lefts, man. She was equal that day. Right? But feminism has failed her.
There was a judgment that just happened. A mama shot her daughter in the neck. And
I'm gonna get to that.
Oh,
that's
damn.
on the list too.
Damn,
that's
bring it out, brother.
This is the book of
read it up.
Oh,
there you go.
This is the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Yeah. Okay. Mother who hanged her 2 children with dog leash breaks down in court as surviving son speaks. So this boy got to live with the fact he watched his 2 younger siblings get hung by their mother with a dog leash. These are Edomites. All right. These Edomites are doing some crazy shit, and they're catching all kind of. All right. There's a reason why Diddy's famous friends have stayed silent amid his arrest. PR experts say. All right. And here's the last one. But yeah, that one you talked about, I'll let you speak on it, but that's definitely on this list. It says, this one, rape me instead of my daughters. Woman talk about Sudan, and this in that weird language. I mean, they trying to translate, didn't translate very well. It's from a foreign article. Because I now just realized that talk means talk. Women talk about her Sudan horrific war. Rape me instead of my daughters, woman. So anyway, basically, she said that I'm not gonna read the story and get into it, but she said when they were going to get at her daughter, she begged them to rape her instead, and so they beat her up, smacked her around, and told her to take the damn clothes off, stop talking, and then they all pounded on her. Right. So and that was a Sudanese woman. So it's just worldwide. This shit is going down. A lot of women are being victims. They're not. Feminism is failing. It's clearly failing you. But go ahead. You can bring out the story about that you tried to lie.
Yeah, it was basically so they got into a heated argument. The daughter and the mother, and the mom. As soon as the daughter turned around, the mom pulled out a gun and shot her in the neck, and then she wanted her to lie.
She fell downstairs.
Yeah, she fell down the stairs and all that when she made it to the house, and she wanted her to lie and say that it was a hobo in the woods,
Homeless man.
Some homeless man just randomly shot her in the neck. And so they putting this on the news, and the mother is being charged for first degree attempted murder because the daughter survived, and the daughter snitched on the mother and said, "Hey, yeah, she shot me in the neck and tried to get me to lie, and I wasn't going for that." So, man, there's a lot of judgment on these females because they wicked. First of all, the daughter out of fucking order anyway for arguing with her mother. Like the scripture said, man, they brought you in the world, your parents can't take your ass out. Right? So, point blank, she was out of order. But this is the simple fact that the reason why that daughter out of order, because ain't no father in the fucking life. So it's a whole dynamic of this. I'm independent, I can raise my children the way I want.
She watched her mother argue with every man that DNA is attached to her brainstem.
Yeah.
She watched from her father to all the ones, after.
Yep.
Right. She watched her mother argue and fight and act the fool, and so she did this. She did what she was taught, what she's seen, man.
And it really don't matter if the father.
She got it from her mother,
right? So regardless of the father or not, these women they just wild, man.
Well,
we at the end of this, man. This shit is at the height of this wickedness, man. Hey, what's that scripture? It said how much that seed, how much it grows.
Second,
one
grain of evil seed.
Right. This shit, and this ain't gonna do nothing but get more bugged out. This is just the start of it.
And when we're gonna need that help and that power, that's what we waiting on, man. All right, because because JT time is near at hand. The shit that went, this shit is real, man. All right, things about to go down. Y'all guarantee you this very week, by the end of this week, you're gonna see a difference in prices. This week, right, and then by the end of this week, you're gonna see prices get even more ridiculous, and then it's gonna continue to do that, and people are gonna start acting up. You're gonna watch gas, and everything else is everything's about to go up.
Like $10.
Yeah, everything's about to go up, man. Yeah, and more people, and then people constantly keep getting fired and laid off because they're downsizing with everything.
Yeah,
right, because they want to, they downsizing because they want to go with AI and they want to go with automation with robots and shit. And why? So they can bring in their UBI and they give everybody the the MOTV, which a lot of these 501c3 sellout camps don't want to talk about. They all get ready to get the same treatment that BB Milkowski, also known as Netanyahu, got at the UN meeting. Right. People get ready to walk out on the general. Well, both generals. Now you got two general 501c. That's what I'm gonna start calling general 501c3. Right, one general 501c3 1 and general 501c3 2. Who are two? Right, two is the bishop. Bishop, keep the bishop's name out your mouth.
The bishop's name out your mouth.
Mouth. All right.
That's true on them downsides because my job within a short period of time, it was like 7-8 people either got fired. They never replaced them. And they was like, well, no, we're on a hiring freeze. What they did was, instead of hiring people, they changed the pay grade. They gave motherfuckers raises. It was like, no, we're just going to cross-train everybody. It's cheaper to do cross-train. They're like, well, we just going to cross-train.
So now you got to work harder.
So me, I really got fucked. That's why I ain't doing first year. Because I know 3 machines. So since I knew the most on second, they like, no, you got to stay on second shift. So even if a machine open up on first that I know how to run too much because they got people that can run it on first shift. They got 3-4 people to run it. So there's no need for that, So they really downsizing, even the bonuses was less our last bonus. It was half the motherfucking shit we normally get, we normally a month they normally sell like 3 million pounds of metal. It's been floating around 1.7, 1.8. So damn near they with it. Yeah, it damn near got cut in half. You know, so sometimes I be at work just really listen to video. You know what I'm saying?
No, see,
Hey, fuck
the
it,
Lord-
hey, any way we can get over on Esau, get it.
Right.
They deserve, you know, whatever we can get over on them, get it, man. I'm Salak here.
It's okay, brother. Joe, what's his Grinders? He's Ecclesiastes. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Ecclesiastes. You want to start at 1?
Go ahead. Why is
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth.
And they don't.
Right?
While they had the opportunity to come, we get shunned. The truth gets shunned. The men of the Lord get shunned.
Yep.
Jeremiah 44:4. I've sent to you my servants, the prophets, and telling you, do not this abominable thing that I hate. And they don't listen, and they refuse to listen, refuse to hear.
It says, while the evil days come not,
and now the evil days are here.
Yep.
And that's what people don't understand. They believe that the Lord, they look at the Lord in the Bible and the men of the Lord as in the boy who cried wolf. We're not the boy who cried wolf. The boy who cried wolf was the boy who cried wolf. It's a fucking fairy tale. We're telling you what's going to happen, and the scriptures even tell you, though it tarry, wait for it. All right, because the signs are happening. It's not that the signs aren't, but you rushing to see it. No, it's going to come as the Lord is showing.
Which is why we wait. We're waiting on our power, and we're waiting to get that power.
That's right.
We're waiting on it, and we can't do nothing but wait. But the water Yahweh, we know that the wait is not that much longer. All right. So for all you people out there that are listening and learning, that are sincere, we're almost there. That's right. All you women who would be wives and on the comment board, I know mine is on there. Shalom, honey, I'm watching. All right. The Lord is going to bless us. That's right. The Lord is going to bless us, and we're going to get we're going to get raised up. We're going to get lifted up, man. And while that's happening, Esau is getting exposed. And I got this video I've been holding, and basically how they've been talking about Diddy. What they're not talking about is Diddy's ties to Israeli lobbyists.
Yeah, I know
all right.
I know this what you're talking about.
So they ain't mentioned that. They haven't talked about that. So where we go?
Scandals connected to the Israel lobby. Sean Diddy Combs, a prominent figure in the music industry, has faced a series of legal challenges from accusations of abuse to exploitation of vulnerable youth. The multitude of lawsuits against him are not only shockingly detailed, but allude to connections to powerful entertainment industry figures with ties to Zionist causes. One of the key lawsuits was filed by music producer Rodney Lil Ron Jones. He accuses Diddy of assault, participation in an Epstein-style trafficking ring, and threats of physical violence. Jones alleges that Diddy hosted substance-fueled parties with trafficked youth, funded by powerful figures like Universal Music Group CEO Lucian Grange. Jones claims these.
So why is it Lucian Grange in court? Why is his face not being plastered all over the media? But here we go. And he's I think Taylor Swift's manager. But here we go.
Secretly recorded to blackmail high-profile individuals, including music executives and politicians. Lucian Grange is a billionaire Zionist known for supporting Israeli causes. He's been associated with high-profile events, including the Friends of the IDF Gala, which raises funds for the Israeli military. Grange's wife, Caroline Grange, also funds several Zionist organizations. Running in the same circles is Haim Saban, an Israeli-American media proprietor, Democratic Party power player, and mega donor to Zionist causes. Saban Music Group and Universal Music Group have a partnership that includes global distribution and marketing. Another former Universal Music Group figure moonlighting as a Zionist lobbyist is David Renzer. Renzer founded an organization called Creative Community for Peace, which organizes Hollywood celebrities to speak out on behalf of Israel and against the aims of Palestinian activists. Another music industry executive closely associated with P. Diddy, Clive Davis, has partnered with Creative Community for Peace. In 1994, provided funding for the then 23-year-old Diddy's Bad Boy Records. Universal Music Group and Lucian Grange have since been dropped from Rodney Jones' lawsuit against Diddy. They were dismissed from the lawsuit after attorneys for UMG argued that the accusations against the company were offensively false and that they would seek legal penalties against Jones' lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn. On October 8, 2023, Diddy posted on social media in support of Israel. That same month, he reportedly signed a no hostage left behind letter thanking President Biden for his quote-unquote leadership regarding Gaza. Are Diddy and his ongoing scandals connected to the Israel lobby? Sean Diddy Combs,
So these people, Sean Diddy Combs is being made the scapegoat.
Yeah.
All right.
while these small hats are getting away with murder and rape, all right, and then making him the fall guy. And meanwhile, you know, the whole thing is about to come crashing down. Can we get Daniel 12:1, and then we'll finish with Corinthians 15 chapter, right? Is it going over? Absolutely, brother.
It's the book of Job, chapter 20 and verse 4. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach into the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he?
Right.
We saw Edom was cursed from the beginning, man. You know, living in wickedness, operating in hypocrisy, all right? And everything benefits them, but meanwhile, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans always get the short end of the stick, man. So, hey, they were cursed from the beginning, man. You know, now, hey, judgment's coming knocking, man.
And the Lord about to give Israel that power, like I said in Ezekiel 25:14, going to lay his vengeance upon Edom by the hand of his people Israel, to then to Edom according to his anger and his fury. So it's time for them to get judged.
And when they get that, we're going to have these bodies.
It says in Genesis chapter 3, you're going to get fugitive. Who's the fugitive now? Get how walk outside after that.
Somebody get that 1 Corinthians. Read 39 and 40 first, then jump up to 50.
Chapter 15, verse 39 and 40.
39 and 40, then jump up to 50. Matter of fact, let's get that Jude first, when we get the chains of darkness. But see, we're getting ready to get removed. We're going to get removed from these chains of darkness, man.
We went to just at the camp.
All right? Call hello. One body, man. All right? We're getting ready, so we waiting on that power. So we're getting ready to get removed, man, because I need a new body, man. All right? I'm angry. I'm angry that I can't do what I did 20 years ago.
Damn,
and I'm angry. And then when I think about it, you know, I thought I was the shit, and that still wasn't shit. You know?
Yeah, that's what we
So-
just said.
So it's, hey, look, hey, the spirit, we're one body, brother. All right? And we're tired. Somebody got that Jude? Let me get it. Oh, you got, bring it out, brother.
Yeah.
Verse 6. It says, and the angels which kept not their first estate.
Right, because when Yahweh Shai said, you not know that ye are gods, we're literally gods in human form, man. All right, but ye shall die like men, that's us. We're dying like we get sick, we feel sick, you know, right? You know, you find one moment and the next minute, and look, hey, it is what it is. All right, go ahead.
But left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness.
Right, those chains of darkness is this human flesh, man. All right, this flesh, that gets old. You know, I don't care how manly, how stubborn you are. Everybody gets old, man. You're not the same man. You know, I don't have that knockout power like I used to. All right.
We were talking about that earlier.
I mean, I know I can't do it. I don't have that speed, that explosion anymore. It's gone.
You see it in your mind.
I can see the opens. I just can't get to them no more. Go ahead.
It says, he has reserved an everlasting chain under darkness until the judgment of the great day.
And to the judgment of the great day, man. So the Wadi Halbashina was shot, that judgment day is upon us. And that change is about to come. Then Sam Cooke me sing that song, change gonna come. Absolutely, brother. Get it.
This is 1 John 3 and 2. It says, beloved, now are we the sons of God, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him.
There it is.
For we shall see him as he is.
Ooh, and he said that he's not coming back to greet thee as a man. All right, he's coming as that destroying, conquering lion, man.
That's right. And the thing is that I'm wooed, it's because we're gonna see eye to eye. Yeah. We're being linked in the spirit. I just whisper. Matter of fact, over the duration of the lesson that I was not handling some other business, he mentioned about 4 or 5 topics. I just showed him the phone.
Yeah.
And it was all topics
One
that I'm ready to go into this next week. Because when I'm at the bowling alley, when I'm there, I try to set up my lessons or do lessons for the week or a couple of,
You know why, brother? Because we are those men. We're the king's men.
Right.
All right? We're the king is Yahweh Shai, and we are his men.
The lion's den.
We're the king's men, man. All right? Finish what you read, brother.
Corinthians.
Yeah, Corinthians, beloved.
15, 39, 40.
Okay, this is 1 Corinthians 15, starting at 39. All flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of man, another flesh of beasts, another of fishes, and another of birds. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial, but the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another.
And that's so heavy and raw because what the elder brother Yaki just read, we're going to be something different. We're going to be like Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is sitting next to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. But he's going to be able to drink. He said, I'm going to drink this wine new with you in the kingdom. So not a vision.
Right.
Not like in Tobit, a vision. Go ahead, y'all.
I was going to say the celestial bodies don't drink.
Exactly. Because the proof, Yahweh Shai, when he came back, it said the spirit. He said, you got any bread or fish? He said, because spirits don't eat.
Right.
So we finna be something new.
Yep. Because we're going to still eat and drink and enjoy women. Celestial bodies don't enjoy women. That's how you know that whole Mary and the angel thing is some off wicked, crazy, just a lie. All right? But we're still going to actually get to enjoy all the wives that the Lord is going to give us.
All right.
All right. How because my beloved woman that's watching, man, she can't have all them babies by herself. She gonna need some help. One woman can't I can't become 1,000 with just her.
Right.
All right, brother.
Thou shalt have another wife. We'll be able to go to our Father. It says his throne is a consuming fire. You can't just flesh. You can't just go to that.
You can't even get on the chariot in this flesh. We gotta be changed. Continue.
It says this is 1 Corinthians 15 and 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God, neither does corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed.
Because we should not all sleep, meaning some of us are actually gonna perish. All right, but it also tells you in the scriptures that those of us that die will be the first to get lifted up. All right, so we got some brothers we gonna see again. Go ahead.
It says,
Yep.
It says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible.
Hey, because look, man, it's gonna be situations where they literally coming through the door on you, and you have no defense against them. There's too many of them. They too strapped, whatever it is. And right then and there, the Lord gonna lift you up, and you just gonna kneel their ass. Right? You gonna pop out the Wolverine claws and berserker their ass. Whatever it is the Lord gonna give you, He gonna give it to you. Go ahead.
It says, and we shall all be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality.
And so we're reading out the scriptures, man. We're not reading out of an X-Men book. Right? But it's gonna be X-Men like. It's then some.
But the scripture said in Daniel that we shall do exploits. Like the greater things than the Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, who the 8th part of the Lord did, he said, ye shall do. So the Lord's going to give Isaiah the 40th chapter. He says, they shall mount up with the wings as eagles. Right? So power is coming, man.
That means you're gonna fly, man.
That's it.
Right?
So instead of teleporting to a crowd,
well, you're still gonna be able to do that if you want to.
Will, yeah, but instead of having to do that to avoid trouble, you're gonna be able to mow the crowd down.
Right. You're gonna what was my man name on that wicked show? The Boys.
Oh,
Homelander their ass. You just go Homelander their ass. Because he was the only one in the right mindset. All right. You know, it's like, hey, look, they beneath us. They're not the same as us. All right. All right. So go ahead.
Verse 54. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory.
Lord, Yahweh, all right, so with that, we're gonna give all praises, all honor and glory unto Yahweh.
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakadash.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Abad Babal.
Abad Babal.
Turn those machines back on.
Bro, we went through this. That